Once in each turning of the year, when the firmament is stained by the baleful rising of the red moon, the sealed mouth of a buried temple yawns again to the living world. And in that ill-favored hour, wanderers gather. Bold, witless, some nod hollow by avarice, seeking lost treasure in dust-choked halls. Some come to hunt the dreaded Scarlet Minotaur, whose wrath had long haunted these forsaken stones. Scarce had their footfalls faded from the threshold when the first life was forfeit. With cautious tread they studied the walls, tracing the faded glories of a kingdom whose very name had withered from memory. Then, with swift judgment, the Scarlet Minotaur descended upon them. And Tankar, the halfling ranger, was lifted screaming upon blood-slick horns. His torch fell, and its dying flame was swallowed by the dark. The survivors fled in terror to the chamber beyond, there to crouch in shadow. The beast did not pursue, and thus, with trembling resolve, the remaining party pressed onward through silent corridors until they came upon a forgotten jail. Hoping to glean weapons or salvage treasure from the dead, Dr. Grubb, Esquire, a goblin and thief, failed to hear the stirring of bones behind him. Skeletons roused to cruel purpose, they fell upon him without mercy and ran him through upon rusted blades. The chamber was deemed unworthy of further trespass. Deeper still they wandered, until stone gave way to a cavern claimed by a loathsome brood of ettercaps. Ever rash, the wizard Findangel loosed a spell of slumber, and ill fortune turned its breath upon Ramlat, half-orc ranger, who sank senseless to the earth. The Spiderkin, disinclined to hazard an open battle, bound the fallen warrior swiftly in clinging web and bore him into the dark. And though he was their companion, none among the living gave chase. Long had this night endured, and grievous were the losses written upon their number. Discord, like a canker, threatened what little strength remained. After the loss of Ramlat, the company judged that Findangel himself was a peril best excised. And thus was the wizard slain by those who had marched beside him. His blood joined the tally already owed to this accursed place. At last they entered a chamber of ancient rite, where pillars stood in silent vigil, and a bow of eldritch making waited upon the far side. One soul, nameless, desiring neither song nor remembrance, passed between those pillars, and was sorely tried. Flame seared his flesh, unseen waters choked his breath, and yet still he endured, and seized the waiting weapon, even as the Minotaur came raging. The first arrow flew astray, but the second found the monster's throat. And so, with that mortal stroke, the Scarlet Minotaur was cast into death. Many had entered beneath the red moon, and very few departed when its light had waned. Those who staggered forth bore coin in their grasp and ruin in their hearts. For the curse was broken, only by a price dearly paid in blood. The temple, having fed, sank once more into the silence, there to dream of the next year's awakening.